I'm talking about.
Oh no. We're on the side of the road.
I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
This is usually fairly frightening.
I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
That's how you improve, right? You just keep going and you do it as best as you can. Don't skip any steps, just do it as best as you can. And every time I look at this car, there's spots that I want to redo because I know I can do better, because I'm constantly improving as I'm going, because I keep pushing myself to be better. I'm so happy to be back behind the camera. It's been a minute, but I'm back. I've been going through a whole bunch of business. I've been doing tires. I've been selling tires and all that. That's what I do for side work to get money to fund into this bad boy. So every fall I have to do that. I'm doing installs, balancing, selling, all that good stuff. Wheels as well. So if you're in my area, hit me up and I'll get you hooked up with some winners. But getting right into things, this video is sponsored by Exile Autoworks. They have pimped my red car up from the head to toe with the wire cover kit, with the bushing kit for my shifter. They've given me so much stuff. They have a whole bunch of custom stuff. They've got MX3 parts like crazy, all upgrade stuff, like bushings and all that, things that you want to replace and have new, so when you're driving your car, it looks and good and feels good. The bushings that I put in my red car were sick. Would never go back to the actual rubber bushing. They're actually a solid bushing, so there's no play possible. So love those things, wouldn't go back. Anyways, moving forward. So I'm just gonna go over with you what I am going to do this winter, what I am changing about this car, which is the suicidemx3. Backing up a little bit, when I got back from Hoonigan, as you saw, I didn't really touch this car. Reason being is it was in my shop for a while and that was fine, but after the video dropped from Hoonigan, because the video didn't come out right away, it took 3-4 weeks for them to actually film it, so the car was fine here. But once the video dropped, people were at my shop regularly, every day, every night, knocking on the door, wanting to see the car and everything, and not letting me know ahead of time. It became an issue. So I originally wanted to have a car meet so everybody could see the car and get it over with in a lot, and I could have some time set aside and show people the car and go from there, and everybody sees it and everybody's fine. Then I'm back to normal with being actually able to do work out of here. But anyways, it just got too crazy, so I just had to get the car away from my shop. So I took it to a place where nobody knows it was, so I could get some downtime and actually get something done. And I did want to build the red car as well, so I was like, perfect timing. I'll bring the red one in, get a break from the purple suicidemx3, and start turboing the red one. So I did turbo the red one. You saw the videos on that. I hope you did. If you didn't, go back into my YouTube. I've got 20 videos of the whole turbo setup. Go watch it. Anyways, I did that, and now I've got the car back. Car's back in my shop, and I am going to work on it again. I'm really excited, even though that I'm really busy with tires and everything still. I am going to be working on this car very soon, and I'm stoked. Here's some things I'm planning on doing. I know I always change my ideas while I'm going at it, but this is some things that I need to do. I am going to roll cage the car. The car does have a roll cage in it right now, but it won't pass tech due to I didn't bend the joints. I actually cut them, so I pie cut everything. I thought I was really smart at the time when I was doing this. I was like, oh, I just have straight bars. I'm just gonna cut it and make pie cuts and weld it all in, and it'll be a good enough cage for 10s, no problem. Not the case. You have to have bends. So this is what I got. This is a cage right here that's pre-bent. It's a universal kit I bought online, and all I'm gonna have to do is cut the height. I am going to be putting a 5 or 6 point cage. To pass tech for a 10, right from 10.9 to 10.01, you need a 5 point cage. A 5 point cage is a hoop that goes around your back. Imagine I was in the car. It goes around your back and down. So that's 2 points because it goes to the ground and the floor twice. Then it goes back to the strut towers twice, 2, and then you have a door bar. So you have a bar coming beside you, protecting you if you hit the wall. I'm probably gonna do a 6, so there's another bar on my right-hand side as well, just for added stability and everything. That's what I originally did. I did have a 6 point, so it does have points down there, but I also did the halo originally, but all this is trash right now because I didn't bend it. It has to be bent, it can't be welded. Like right there is weld. So number 1, I need a cage. That is my number 1 on my entire list. Then number 2 is get the fully built engine into the back of the car. Right now, it is currently in the front, right here. In there somewhere. In there. See the turbo, just chilling. This is the fully built engine. This engine can handle 600 horse, no problem. I'm not gonna push it that hard right away, but it can handle it. Anyways, my reasoning being why I want to put it into the back is because if I want to drift the car, I want to have an engine that's gonna handle it. I don't want to go to the track and just hit the rev limiter for 20 seconds like I usually do and pop her. So that's gonna go into the back. So when I'm just rear wheel drive drifting, I can actually trust it somewhat. So that's where I want it to be. And it's gonna be able to be turned up more. So the back, I'm gonna want it turned up more than my front when I'm drag racing as well. So that's what's going down. This engine's going into the back. I honestly forgot how nice this thing is. I miss this car so much. Keep that Exile AutoWorks plate just as we're here. So I'm gonna have to pull this big boy out, put him on the floor, and then take everything off because I have specific things for the rear engine setup. It's all in a box, so this stuff's complete for the front. I'm just gonna leave it like that because this turbo setup works great for the front in case I don't have time to change it, because I also do want to change my exhaust setups because now that I'm a good TIG welder in my mind, I am going to make homemade stuff for my turbo. For my back setup, I want to make everything from my exhaust. Because normally the exhaust wraps underneath the engine because it's a V6 and it needs to collect. After it's collected, then it's brought up. And that seems stupid to me. So I want to bring the exhaust in a way where it collects quicker and where it's easier to bolt on and bolt off. So I want to make everything custom. I've already got all the steel. It's stainless, food grade, all that good stuff. I even have some over here, right there. So I've got like literally mountains of stainless if I want to take on the job. It depends on everything, right? Like the first thing is cage. That is my priority because I know the car is going to go very, very fast and I do want to be safe. So that is a priority. Even if I have bone stock engines in it, it's gonna go really fast as long as I have the gearing. So that's another thing I need to fix is my gearing. I'm getting new tires for it. Okay, I'll get into that. So I just explained to you that what I'm doing with the back. Fully built engines going to the back. And then I'm gonna move on to tires. So these wheels right here are the stock wheels. And they are so light. And they are stock end keys as far as I know. That is what I've been told. They came factory on the MX3s and they're so light and they're 15s. Reason why 15s is good is because you can get drag radials in good sizes. So I was looking at 235, 60 15s. And that's a huge tire. That's a 26-inch tall tire. And what I was running originally was a 24 or 23 inch tire. So my tire is gonna be at least 3 inches taller. So I'm gonna have probably 12 to 13 more mile an hour in my fourth gear, which I do want, just in case that my fifth gears don't work again. Because I had a really big problem with my fifth gears not actually working at the track, and that's why I did not achieve my 10. And I don't want that to happen, so I'm putting bigger tires on just in case as well. And another bonus to a taller tire is the engines get more load. And in this car, these engines are not under much load because it's shared. There's an engine here and an engine there. So when I'm in first gear and stuff, like I floor in first gear, and next thing I know, I've got to grab second. And when you go through the RPMs quickly with a turboed engine, you're not gonna build much boost. Yeah, the car's gonna go like a rocket, but you're not gonna build much boost. And if you did build boost, it would go even faster. So if you have a taller tire, it's harder to spin the tire because technically it's heavier, but mostly because it changes your gear ratio, because one turn of the axle makes you go further because there's more circumference on the outside of the tire. Because if the tire was this big, it's only got this circumference. So once you go to this and they're both rotating once, the tall tire is going to go further, aka the car is going to go faster with the same amount of RPM. So for sure it's going to run a 10. Even if I just put the tires on and got them both running, it would run a 10, turn all the way down. I have zero doubts of that. I am very confident with my car, very confident with what I did to the car, and it will go a 10, turn all the way down. So that's that for the tires. I might have to space them out too because the tire is wider and I might have bag clearance issues, but I'm gonna cross that road when I get to it. I have to get the coin for the tires. The tires are about $1,200, which isn't bad because they're pretty much a slick, and I'm gonna leave them on the car the whole time. Because if you get a full drag slick, you don't want to put the car on the trailer with drag slicks because it technically ruins them because the compound is so soft. So you want to have two sets of wheels. So when you get to the track, you got to jack it up, change them. It's not so bad for a car that has two-wheel drive, which is rear-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. This car is all-wheel drive. Those are driven and these are driven. So I don't want to have to bring a set of wheels every time I go to the track. I just want drag radials. Drag radials is a drag slick that is meant for the street, so the compound isn't quite as soft, so it can handle a little bit more. So that's my theory. I'm still gonna run them on the trailer, and it's gonna sit on them once it's in the shop and everything on there with wood underneath and all that to keep them from dry rotting. But yeah, that's the tire game. That's what's gonna happen there. So now, since the engine is gonna be in the back, tires are gonna be on, what's gonna be in here in the front? And pretend this is empty. That is what is gonna be in it. I got this engine for absolutely free, right? So cool of this guy. His name was Todd, actually. And I met him, I drove out to him the day before I posted online. So on Saturday, I posted, oh, I need an engine like real bad. I know they're hard to find. And I was like, I need to look far in advance because I don't want to have any issues later on, like say in like 2, 3, 4 months, and not being able to find an engine, and then have this twin engine car with only one engine. So I needed to get that off my plate. So I did get an engine, and it was for free. And it's not seized or anything, it's ready to go. I just have to change the intake, put injectors on it, change all the timing shit. So basically 2-hour job, and it's ready to go back into the front. So that's gonna be in the front there with the clutches and all that, all my upgraded parts, gotta put them on. But that engine will shred this year, actually 2020, sorry. Oh, I miss this car so much. This turbo is freaking huge. I always forget. It's been actually like a couple months since I've looked at this car at all. I took the hood off for you guys and I just can't stop looking at her. Just so damn pretty. I do have a lot of work to do. I've got a cage, got to do the tires, got to make the tires fit. Who knows, I might even have to cut my fenders. I don't know until I actually get them. You can measure all you want, but you don't know until you actually mount them on the car. So I'm gonna have to figure that one out later. But yeah, doing the cage, that's gonna be a lot of work because it has to be perfect. It has to be as perfect as I can. I want it to be safe, I want it to look exceptional, and it needs to be rigid, make the car perform better, handle better with the rigidity. So it's gotta be nice. I'm not gonna skip any steps. I'm doing the best I possibly can. TIG welding it as well. So, cage, doing a cage. We gotta put the front engine, I gotta put the built engine into the back after the cage is built, so that's 2. Then I've gotta get this engine ready to go in. So I gotta put the intake, injectors, oil pan, turbo, and potentially make the entire turbo setup again, just like I did on the red one. If you haven't seen the red one, go on. Sweet, gorgeous turbo kit I made. And I want to do it again, and because I know I'll do a better job, even though I did a great job. But that's how you improve, right? You just keep going and you do it as best as you can. Don't skip any steps, just do it as best as you can. And every time I look at this car, there's spots that I want to redo because I know I can do better, because I'm constantly improving as I'm going, because I keep pushing myself to be better. And that's what this whole car is about, is just being better at building cars, learning, going faster, and having a great time. Anyways, so that's pretty much it. Doing all that flip-flopping and tying everything together properly. If I do have more time, I'm going to do more. Obviously, I just don't sit around and do nothing. All my free time is here. So yeah, so I really wanted to keep you guys posted because I feel like I haven't even talked about this car in such a long time. I haven't even looked at it in such a long time. It breaks my heart, so I'm just glad that she's back and I'm ready to make the sickest thing I own even sicker. So can't wait. There's gonna be a bunch of content, bunch of fun new things I'm gonna be doing. So my goal for 2020 summer is to drag race as much as I can, because I do want to get racing, because last year I did not get to do much because of Hoonigan, which wasn't a bad thing. That was the greatest opportunity of my life, and that was the coolest. Me and Tom had a great time. Anyways, in 2020 I want to run a 10, and I want to run a 10 safely. Safety is a big thing for me now that I'm growing up, I guess. Before I didn't care at all, not at all. Safety didn't matter. I need good seat belts. I need make sure my seat's proper. I need everything done properly because it needs to be safe. I don't want to die. That wouldn't be good, but I'm not planning on crashing it, so just got to prepare for the one time that you could potentially crash. Alright guys, make sure you stay posted. I'm going to be doing a cage really soon. I'm going to be showing you how to do it. I'm going to teach you how to do it as well. Alright, stay posted. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell at the top right. And make sure you see all the notifications that are possible through my channel. Alright, have a good one. See ya.
I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
This is usually fairly frightening.
So great.